right. Now, today, got with me Aeson for the first time.
For the first time?
Ever. In...
I guess we never uploaded another one.
We didn't know about that.
It'll come out one day.
It'll be it's a little lost episode.
Little historian thing, you know?
Little lost episode.
Well, I can't find my fucking flash drives. And apparently Google Drives does not take the file from Audacity. That's okay.
Really?
No.
Whatever.
It's such a bit. Google sucks now. I can go on a whole rant about that.
I
could go on a whole different tangent.
All right.
Just wait.
That's another episode.
Yeah.
But today we're gonna be talking on. This one's gonna be a little bit more upbeat podcast. Jesus. It's kind of. We'll just go episode.
Conversation. That's what this is based off of.
Essentially, yeah. But so first topic, let's go over why men playing games feel like heroes. Jeez, that sounds terrible. Why games are the only place men feel like heroes anymore.
Okay, I can get down with that.
So, kind of the real idea of this is, in real life you're invisible, but in games you're like a legend.
Yeah, you play the hero. You always play the hero role in most games. I mean, of course, you have your villain games, but this typical stereotype and trope in most games is that you are the hero and you're the main character. You're important. You know, your actions have consequences, and you're usually let to choose better actions.
Yeah, I even think like this kind of falls back to like a societal thing where, I just don't feel like guys are as like hero prevalent as they kind of used to be, especially like during wars.
Yeah.
Like back then, it was kind of like, the men go off to war and that they're heroes.
Yeah. And
now it just kind of seems like men are kind of offset and put into like a lot. I see a lot of I shouldn't just like justify, but like women in a sense are putting men in this kind of category where they're just not as good anymore. And I see why a lot of guys do put themselves and play games as heroes, because they feel like they're not allowed to be in society.
Yeah, well, in the past 30 years, now this kind of goes back to, in my opinion, with the whole feminism movement, and I think feminism is a good thing. No matter what, as an idea that we're all equal and women should have the right to do whatever they need to do, just like men. It's a perfectly good thing. That's a very good natured thing. That's how it should be. But I think there's come a point where now, especially now in modern times, women have developed this form of hyper independence, which can be good. But now it's gone to this point where I feel like men and women are not competing with each other instead of working together. We're separate groups. I feel like we're more polarized, just like the whole rest of the world. We've become a very polarized society, and I think that men and women have now become a competition thing more so than a teamwork and cooperative play.
I do like that. I do like that take, because it really does kind of push the narrative where we're not supposed to be enemies, kind of. It shouldn't be like a gender war.
Exactly, there's a gender war.
Both sides have goods, and both sides have bad takes of it. And really, we should just be working together.
That's all that matters, yeah. We were designed to, men and women are each other's halves. You can't have just one or the other. And we're both perfectly capable of doing just about everything that we need to do, except maybe, have kids. We'll get into that another day. But... That's a hot take.
That's going to be a very hot take. We'll hold off on that one.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Get canceled.
No, we're keeping it in.
We're keeping it in.
We're keeping it in.
But...
There's no editing in this.
There's no editing. Maybe one day. We can get cuts. But... We've just become each other's enemies in a way. We're not working and to benefit each other. We're working separately, but almost against each other. It's not we're men and women are together in a household and they're both working, trying to move up in society and move up, raise a family, do good things, live life and have a successful and prosperous life. Or now it feels like we're trying to isolate ourselves from each party and do better than the other, and then we end up just doing worse because you have that stress of competition instead of just teamwork and cooperation that lets you go farther. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get that. Even another reason that I kind of understand this is, I see people kind of working the 9 to 5, which, we've been doing now since we're out of college at the moment, doing 40 hours.
40 hours.
And
blue-collar job.
Yeah, just getting back home and being able to, like, you don't feel like, unless you're doing a police officer job, which even then, I don't even think all the police officers feel like they're doing hero stuff, or like, if you're like a fireman or something like that, they probably don't feel like that always.
Yeah.
But they kind of look at it as like, this is work. I'm not doing anything to like benefit the world.
Yeah.
And being able to go back to your games and be like, yeah, in this game, I've got the girl, I've got, you know, all this money, I'm rich in the game. I'm
powerful.
Like, I'm a powerful, successful man.
You see progress that you don't see in the real life as much. So I feel like nowadays it's become I feel like 70 years ago, a man would go to work, come back, he was bringing home the bacon for his like wife and kids. Like, it was a rewarding feeling. You felt like you were making progress. Where now I feel like life has become like a lot more grayer, where it's just become a monotonous grind. We're fighting against each other and we're not keeping this teamwork. And now it's really like a lot of our like life is a lot more meaningless now. I feel like we've lost a lot of meaning because of this.
I mean, I do get that, because when was the last time real life made you feel like you were a fucking champion?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you don't really feel that much anymore, unless you're like you're a little kid and you just did well at your soccer match. Like, once you're an adult, you realize the world has kind of been gray recently, and maybe it's just like the nostalgia factor and like the times and things where life was a bit easier back then, which is true. I feel like life has become a lot harder for our generation. Like, Gen Z is going to have a lot of struggles as we go into the workforce and become adults. We kind of were left with a pretty nasty country, and the world's in a weird place right now.
Oh, 100%.
And like, video games have become that place where almost everything can go your way and it's in your control. That's like the number one thing I think I've found about that, is that video games are in your control because you control the player. And your world is in your control. You can shape it to how you want it to be. You can see that progress happen, not in the real world, but in your virtual world, which makes you feel good. It's an addicting feeling.
Yeah. You know, I think that pretty much covered it all. So let's move on to the next one. I got, you're addicted to winning because you've never felt enough. So the leaderboard is the only place you feel seen.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, it's kind of like you chase achievements to fill an internal void of, like, with stats, like video game skins, clout, like literally like anything. You're looking for that winning feeling.
People crave the grind of games.
Oh, 100%.
Like, even if it's a monotonous one, people enjoy seeing that progress being made because it's fulfilling. And I feel like it goes back to that. A lot of people never felt that fulfillment, like they ever did a good job. Like, a lot of people that have like are less fortunate than we are, where they don't have the best families or like the best life, and they don't feel that reward they get in video games, or like that, like someone telling you good job. You know what I mean?
You know, I think this is this can be misconstrued, because I do think it is good to want more in life, in a sense, but it can be bad when it's kind of like I always, like, there's never a baseline of like, yeah, I'm in a good spot. It's always my self-worth is kind of missing.
Yeah.
Where I always need to do better and better and better and better.
That kind of goes back to like something that I've been dealing with this last like year, really, because I mean, after having like a lot of hard times in my life and a lot of emotional struggle, I've come a long way in the last year. Like, I've done a lot of effort into my appearance and like a lot of my characteristics and a lot of things like that, and I'm very happy with who I am, but I always will seek improvement. And I feel like that's an important like thing to have in you. You should always want to be better, your best self you can possibly be, but you also got to appreciate the things you have.
I think, yeah, it's kind of like a give and take kind of thing where...
Yeah, it's a balance for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance where, you know, you should want better things in life, especially for, like, if you have, like, a family or, you know, like, a reason. You, like, kind of like your why of, like, why I should be doing better and, like, why I should want to do better, you know? It's always a good thing to have that and have goals, but goals are goals, and when you just keep adding on top of that, it can feel really depressed when you have too much on that plate. So, like, setting a good goal instead of, like,
it's putting kind of like a divide and conquer
out of reach.
You can't eat an elephant in 2 bites, you know? You gotta divide and conquer and slowly fight your battles progressively. You can't just go storm in on everything. It takes a lot of time and a lot of like discipline and a lot of self-improvement and a lot of self-criticism. I feel like that's another thing we don't see. A lot of people don't have enough self-criticism anymore. I feel like that is a good way to make yourself a better person. You got to be honest with yourself and say like, hey, I could do better here and there. I could do how I treat people. I could eat better. I could work out more. You know, I could socialize more. Like, self-criticism is very important to like your improvement.
Yeah, I do believe that. It really does, though, tie to kind of like the early stuff in life where you're being overlooked, bullied, if like even like just you're never getting that credit from like your parents or anything. Like, I don't know. I always grew up with this. Mom always pushed me for like A's.
Yeah.
And like you'd get them, and then she'd like bring up the fact that you got like a B last week.
Yeah.
And you know, it's good to, you know, want
you're
your
being
kid
pushed
to
in
do
the right
better.
direction.
It's just you got to give the kid a little bit of credit.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you gotta always push them to be their best, but even when they give their honest effort and they still get a not exactly what you expected, but still like a fortunate like return, you should still be like, hey, you tried your best. I'm proud of you. Good job. Here's how you can improve, but also look at the progress you've made and look at the achievements you've already made so far. Keep doing that. Keep trying to go for that goal. You know, it's got to be a balance.
I definitely do. Like, I see that in my old self where it's like there was just like never anything good enough sometimes, and it really put like a very bad view in life on me. I mean, now I'm a lot better and I can handle myself, but back then it really can scar a kid.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like that can create like long-term trauma on a kid where like you'll never feel like you're enough. And a lot of times there's a lot of men out there that I feel like they have that unresolved like trauma, like those mother wounds or father wounds, where like they never got that recognition from their parents that they were doing well. So then every time they do something, even when it's something amazing, they'll always think it's not good enough and not I did well, I can keep doing better, that this is a good thing, I should be proud of myself. There's not enough. Nowadays I feel like there's too much self-pride in the world. Like, I feel like people are way too more prideful than they should be. Like, there's a lack of modesty now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also gotta like pat ourselves in the back sometimes and be like, hey, you tried your best, you made good progress, you should be proud of yourself.
It's kind of like a humility thing.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta stay humble while you're moving up in the world.
Exactly, I agree.
All right, so the third one I got here is games are one of the last places men can fail without judgment. This one, I like this topic a lot.
That's a good one.
So in life, failure gets you laughed at.
Yeah.
But in the games, ultimately it gets you better at games. So essentially, it's kind of like a failure in games equals learning, but failure in life can equal shame.
Yeah.
And I definitely see this one a whole lot just because I think I'm pretty good at games. Normally, I'm pretty good at games, and I definitely, I mean, nobody ever plays a game and just like is perfect at it right away.
Yeah.
So obviously you're leveling up, but it can be very discouraging in life when you mess up or you get embarrassed at like, even like you raise your hand and you just answer the question completely wrong.
Yeah.
Dude, you feel
like shit. The kids will look at you like you're crazy, and really, in hindsight, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, it's not.
Like,
but
at school, you're there to learn, so you're expected to make mistakes, but when everyone else is like, and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, when everyone else has the idea or like has it down and you don't, it's very isolating, which is like just can spiral down to a worse path.
Well, even like, it's almost like you're kind of like a incognito person where even if you do fail in games and you were talking all that trash to the other team, they're gone in a second.
Yeah, you kind of don't notice them as much. You don't notice that sting.
And they can't see your face or anything.
Yeah, you're behind a wall. You're behind a screen no matter what. So
like, you kind of have like a safety.
Yeah, that's your safety measure. Because the thing is, like, at school, with like social dynamics, everyone knows who you are. Like, your face is seen often. You have class with the same kids. And then when you mess up, it's not that you care about their opinions or what you want to impress them, but they know who you are and they'll remember, hey, that kid messed up there. And most of the time, they won't care because like they're too worried about their own problems and their own issues. But the truth is, it's all in your head, but at the same time, even then, you can't really get rid of that aspect of like your thought process. You're always going to be worried about what other people think. But I think the truth is most people are worried about themselves too, where you don't notice it as much. I feel like when you worry too much, you hold yourself back quite a bit for making a lot of improvements.
Yeah, even like another take would be like in games you can die and restart. In life, one wrong move and you're almost branded as a loser sometimes.
Yeah, no, 100%. Dude, when I was in elementary school, I was terrified of gym class sometimes. Other than capture the flag, which I was great at because I was the best flag guard. Dude, I was not as fast as some kids. Could not throw like some kids. I hated gym class. I was terrified.
Yeah, and it shouldn't really be that way. Now, okay. This is my take on bullying. I do think that there needs to be some small bit of bullying.
I think
just
it's
to
like
set
constructive
kinda,
criticism.
It's kind of like it sets a standard. Like if that kid is doing something that he definitely should not be doing in a society,
Yeah.
it's somewhat beneficial.
Someone should say, "What the hell is this? What's up with this guy?" That's
Like,
kind of weird.
It's somewhat beneficial to call them out.
And that's not necessarily bullying. Bullying's more so like if like a kid dresses a certain way and he just likes his style, and you're just giving him shit for that. Like
That's
not
way
cool.
different. Yeah, that's way different.
Or like bullying someone for how they look or like a disability. That's not cool. You know, that
Like,
should never happen.
There kind of has to be a reason for it. Like
Yeah, but like in men's case, we give each other shit. That's just kind of what guys usually do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It kind of helps you establish good social norms and like better behavior that's like more accepted by society.
Like if a dude's picking his nose, we should probably
Just
tell him to
dude,
fucking
stop scratching your brain, buddy.
Like you should probably tell him to fucking stop.
Yeah, or like digging in his butt. I don't know.
You start digging in your butt, twin.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you see a kid like eating McGlue, you should bully the shit out of him. Push him into a locker.
No.
Push him into a locker.
What?
No,
Didn't go that far.
Nah, don't do that. But there's a like everything. Everything's a balance in life. That's gonna be like the
there's
biggest
a
thing that I'll
balance.
come back to.
There's a balance. I wouldn't even call it bullying. It's kind of like giving a guy
Just
shit.
giving someone shit. You're like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like lock in.
It's kind of like just giving a guy shit.
Yeah. Like don't go bully a kid for having glasses or being in a wheelchair. That's fucked up.
Well, that's way farther.
Yeah, unless it's like in South Park, then it's funny.
Come here.
Yeah.
But back to our topic.
Yeah, back on topic.
So, even like in society, punishing male failure harshly, like in work, dating is a big one.
Oh yeah.
Dude, dating, like punishing men, is crazy. I mean, because the thing is there are fucking awful men out there. Like,
there's a lot of bad people.
There
out
are
there.
terrible men in the dating scene.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is what makes it worse is those girls date those terrible men because my take on it is women get bored of, like, this is why nice guys finish last, is because they get so bored of that nice guy. They want some action or like something.
They live for the drama.
They want that kind of drama, and men do it too because men love that chaos.
Yeah, it's not just a female thing.
No,
It's
men
both
love that
genders.
chaos as well. I talked about this on my last video.
Like honestly, I sometimes feel that. Like sometimes when I'm like dating someone and like it's too good, it almost feels like this doesn't feel right. Like it almost feels unreal. But
Which
I think
that's a trauma. That's a trauma.
And also the status quo has dropped so far in dating. I feel like 80 years ago, like men would find like 2 or 3 girls and eventually marry one of them. Like it was a lot simpler back then. And I feel like with social media and dating apps and just the way that our society moves now, it's a lot different.
But
and it's for the worse.
What makes it worse is like the women will kind of take the idea that they got from that bad guy,
Yeah.
and they'll put it on you.
Mhm.
They don't really give you the time of day because of that guy.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously they do have to give it a chance eventually. Well,
Mhm.
I mean, you don't have to, but you know what I'm saying. And it takes a while for them to get back to that moment, but in a sense, you're kind of hurting that guy that didn't really do you wrong.
Yeah. 100%. Like, I think genuinely, like, people actually get addicted to, like, trauma or, like, bad experiences. Like, it's a thrill for them in a way. Like, they like the... People, like, a lot of women enjoy, and men too, just, I'm not even going to say women, I'm just going to say people in general, when it comes to relationships, people enjoy the turmoil. They like the tumultuous, like, activity that it has. They don't like stability, especially when you're younger. Because when you're young, you're dumb, you're a thrill seeker, you like danger, like, you make a lot of dumb decisions when you're younger. And I think part of that is, like, all that testosterone running through your brain. You want a chick that's kind of crazy. Some people like that. Maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I don't know. You get what I mean, though, right?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
All right. final topic.
Solution.
Gaming.
Okay. Fuck it.
Gaming as self-therapy, a healthy escape, or an emotional bypass?
Ooh, that's a good one, because I feel like it definitely can be both. I feel like, in one way, I had a long day at work, pissed off, a lot of, like, people are treating me like shit, my hands are sore, you know, my feet are sore, everything hurts, I just want to sit down, go, like, hop on Siege, just go have some fun. It's kind of fun to get into, like, a streaming match with some random dude, like, from across the country, and it's perfectly, like, it's not really bad, it's just good nature, just, like, shit talk, you know? But at the same time, I feel like people can become almost addicted to video games, or it becomes an escape. It's too much of a good thing, you know what I mean?
I do see that a lot. See, because I play on Xbox, there is a feature on there that, so this really connects, but sometimes I play to relax. But sometimes I'll play to disappear, and I'll just go incognito and play by myself.
Yeah, like just keep yourself dark.
And I think that can turn into a problem. Like, you remember, I'm not going to name him. Actually, I'll give him a fake name. We'll call him Kyle.
Yeah.
But he was in my fraternity, and he was kind of using games as a crutch for his depression and a whole bunch of stuff. And he had just gotten kicked out of school. He smelled so bad.
Shower taker.
You remember him?
No, not really.
Dude, I'll tell you about him.
Okay.
You definitely know him.
I definitely do. I just probably forgot. I don't know. I'm kind of like.
But he got kicked out of school for
dog.
his bad grades, and then it really just spiraled from there. He started living at the frat house, not even being a part of this college.
Yeah.
And then it led to, like, he stayed there for over a year. Like, campus didn't even know about this.
Yeah, that's like against like the rule too, isn't it? We can't be doing that.
Yeah, you can't. We actually were kind of breaking the rules. So, because we didn't want him to just, like, we didn't want to throw him out on the street.
Yeah, he'd
right?
be homeless
like,
or something.
That'd be
like
ridiculous.
Lost. Yeah.
We wanted him to find a job.
You did the good-natured thing.
We did,
You
and then,
time.
but he stayed for over a year.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a problem, because it's one thing to give a helping hand, but then when you grab onto that hand and don't let go, that's not right. You can't do that.
Which, it really, that is the bad thing, because then it led to another problem where he started talking to a lady. She was a single mother.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I remember now.
He started talking to a single mother. He went to a bar with her. She went back with him. Actually, her friends dropped her off at the fraternity house.
Yeah.
And they did the dirty. And
with a mom. Nice. It's a MILF thing.
That is not good.
That is good.
And then it led to a fake sexual assault charge. Well, actually, RAPE charge.
Yeah.
And it got disproven right away because luckily, because we have cameras and not in his room, because that would be crazy. But there is cameras. There are cameras outside of our house that proved that she was there willingly. She was not drugged or anything, which she said she was.
Yeah.
But it showed her friends dropping her off that night. She told the police that he carried her back. Like, oh, it could have went, dude. That could have literally killed the fraternity.
Yeah.
Like, that is a crazy thing. And I do believe that really flipped a switch in his mind that this is not good.
He almost could have lost his entire life. Like, he could have been put in prison, be on a registry,
dude,
never
he
get
almost
jobs.
Like destroyed our image, like my image.
He was taking down the people that helped him.
Essentially, like he could.
Like, it wasn't
destroyed
intentional.
us.
I'm sure.
Obviously it wasn't intentional, but
it was a wake up call.
But this is kind of the sense where you got to figure your shit out.
Yeah, you got to lock in. Like, it's always never a bad thing. You should never be ashamed to take a helping hand, because everyone has a time where they're like, hey, I need help. That's a perfectly natural thing. And I feel like, especially now with like the way masculinity is, people don't want to ask for helping hands anymore, and that's a bad thing. You know, sometimes you need a helping hand. That's okay, but you can't rely on it. You got to use it as a stepping stool to get yourself back up, but you got to keep running. You can't just like sit there and do nothing.
But yeah, and let's go a little bit more into the positive side of it. The positive side is it is a meditative space in some games aspects.
Yeah.
But like a solo grind, like it, not like I'm playing it 24/7, but like a steady grind of a game, or like a world building game, like a Minecraft game or something like that.
Yeah.
Like being able to just like decompress and just like chill out. It definitely it has very good ups to it.
Yeah.
With good reason, and when you don't like do it, over abuse it, you know. But that's kind of it for this one. We're at 25 minutes. So
moral of the story is don't date MILFs.
Okay.
Don't date crazy women. Spend all your money on crypto. Yeah, it'll go up. Only will go up. All your money on crypto. All on red.
No.
Thoughts, Aiden? No?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Bet it all on red. Invest in crypto right now.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Of course.
We're going to keep making these. I know that this can be a huge possibility later on in life.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you guys want anything specific for us to talk about.
Yeah, keep it coming.
Like and subscribe, please. I really do want this to kind of take off. And I am seeing my Twitch take off now. I'm monetized, finally.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Help us pay for college, please.
Please.
It's
Help
so
us pay for college.
Expensive.
All you have to do is view
us. Anything. You don't have to give us anything. Just give us a platform. We'll keep making the things better. We'll make higher quality. Help us pay for college. This shit's expensive.
We will be investing more into this. I'm buying a PC today.
Yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoyed.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
My name was Aiden.
I'm Aeson.
And see you guys on the next one.
Yep. Have a good night, fellas.